Passage 2. History of the tomato.
Ah, the tomato, so well loved by foodies everywhere. The French used to call it la pomme d'amour, the love apple. Today, cooks around the world do wonderful things with it. There are more than 4,000 types of tomatoes, and no doubt even more ways to eat them. Without the tomato, we would have no Mexican salsa or Italian pizza. Many wonderful Indian dishes would not be the same. After the potato, it's the most popular vegetable in the world. But wait, is it a vegetable? You may be thinking, who cares? But this question was once important enough that it had to be decided by the highest court in the United States. It happened back in 1893. At that time, there was a tax on vegetables brought into the country, but no tax on imported fruit. Naturally, importers of tomatoes called them fruit so as not to pay the tax. Not everyone agreed, and the question went all the way to the Supreme Court. The justices knew that the tomato really is a fruit. That's because it's the part of the plant holding the seeds. To be more specific, the tomato is a berry. However, most people considered it a vegetable. They usually cooked and ate tomatoes more like vegetables than like fruit. That was the basis for the court's decision in the case. The justices said that the tomato should be called and taxed as a vegetable. The story of the tomato really begins much earlier. It starts in South America, where tomatoes grew wild. The first people to grow them were the Maya people of Central America. In the 1500s, the Spanish took tomatoes from Mexico to Spain. From there, tomatoes went to France, Italy, and other areas around the Mediterranean Sea. Those first tomatoes were small and yellow. Their color gave the tomato its Italian name, pomodoro, or pomo d'oro, golden apple. Europeans did not fall in love with tomatoes quickly. For a long time, they were afraid to eat them. The tomato plant looks like a plant called deadly nightshade, or belladonna, and is part of the same family. The roots, leaves, and berries of the deadly nightshade are highly poisonous. So it took a while for Europeans to accept the tomato. A cookbook with tomato recipes did not become available to the public until 1692. By the late 1700s, Europeans were happily eating tomatoes. However, in the United States, most people did not yet trust them. President Thomas Jefferson, 1743 to 1826, helped to change their minds. He grew tomatoes in his gardens and served them at dinners in the White House. Today, tomatoes are so popular in the U.S. that 85% of home gardeners grow them. As every one of those gardeners would no doubt tell you, there's nothing like a fresh, homegrown tomato.